Full Tracy Money to commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 2:49 p.m. That is Central Time. Today is Friday. It's May 9th. It's the big picture, long-term audio and video for the various different asset classes. And I thought we'd kick off with Bitcoin this week because it's closing the week out above 100,000. So that's revisiting the peaks, or at least really not very far away from them. And it raises some important questions because when we look at the stock to flow chart, then we're pretty much in the seasonally most attractive time for Bitcoin. And the easiest way to look at this is that from this, and this is of course a log scale chart, but color coded. So immediately after the halving, it goes red. And the further away it gets from the halving and towards the next halving, then it gets progressively darker on the color scale. So we can definitely see that right here is where the halvings have occurred. And this is something that everyone is now very much aware of, is that following the halving, you get a big run on the upside. What I think people spend less time thinking about is how long it takes to get to a peak. We can see that in the 2014 peak, it was about 500 days after the halving. So that's the 1400 number up there, and 1000 would be right in the middle of yellow. So about 400 days, about 400 days, about 400 days. So now we know that the halving was a year ago. It was right in the middle of April. We're at the beginning of May 2025. So we're up to about 370 days. That's going to take us into the yellow, not too far into the future. And we've seen major peaks in the Bitcoin price around that time. Now, you can also see that there is a line of best fit that has been plotted onto this chart. And that would predict that in the event that Bitcoin breaks on the upside, it's going to rally to about $350,000. And that peak would be at about 463 days. So, in other words, if Bitcoin's going to go and it's going to approximate the positive trend that we've seen over the last while, it's going to go up 250% in the next 100 days. Now, that's a big move. And what would need to happen in order for something like that to occur? Well, I think the easy answer is there would have to be a source of liquidity that hits the global economy on a par with the kind of stimulus that we've seen at major crises in the past. And I think that is something that a lot of people are wondering about. It's probably something that I